Hello, it's Treasure Show, and take an awesome look at the Bugbear. Let's just turn stuff on, shall we? This thing I had spent so much time on, and I'm ready to show you guys a lot of cool things. There we go. I think this is good enough. So I'll just drop. Yeah, I gotta be careful of that. Like, it tends to swing around. So this is the Bugbear. The mech that I had just, like, shown off. Like, as far as its actual, like, fighting power, it's definitely able to get shot down, if, like if you factor in overwhelming numbers. But it still has a very formidable arsenal of weapons. Just make sure to use the cameras to actually help with your aim for those longer range engagements. I'm going to have so much fun, like, taking this thing out to do, like, mech battles. It'll be awesome. Anyway, so I may as well, like, show a few of the features, shall I? So let's just jump back inside. Let's just zoom out for this. So right now my turret is attached to where I'm facing. However, I can always press 3 to lock it, and now the entire vehicle moves instead. That's something that I had implemented a while back. Let's move out of the way here. Yeah, let's just walk around the base, shall we? As you can see, I can move in every direction, so I can move left. I can move backwards. Move right. I can move forward. Sometimes it gets stuck, and I think it's because it's getting caught on the voxels or something. Not really a problem with the code, but this is using a WSAD converter. On top of that, I programmed my script to be able to handle, like, control versus different, like, relative to where I'm aiming. So if I'm, like, facing in this general area, I can, for example, say this is right, this is left, and this is reverse. And then I want to say, let's just go here and say this is forward now, which is the actual forward. And if I, like, press the same key in the direction that I'm moving, it'll be able to stop itself. If I press Alt, it's going to compress into its parked state. And so yeah, and it's the same thing. You can, like, enter any animation and leave it whenever. So I'm just going to do this. Anyway, so let's go through the hotbar, shall we? I'll detach this. These are the machine guns. As you can see, they're machine guns. These are my rocket launchers. It has quite a bit going on. Obviously, if I press 3, that locks the gimbal. And then if I want to start going back where I'm going, I can. Although I want to, like, steer it, so to be kind of going across. The other one is I can turn headlights on and off. Good for, like, when it's night. Then I have my 2 cameras. So 8 is my left camera, 9 is my right camera. So yeah, then in case a lucky hit disables my WASD converter, I can always you can always go into the next hotbar, and there are all the different programmable block commands. So this one's going to be for forward, this one's going to be for backwards, This one is just idle. This one will send me left. This one will send me right. It got a little stuck there. This one will, of course, park. So anyway, this thing is running with various scripts. We have automatic LCDs 2 running, which is keeping track of all the ammo and the things like ice and uranium. On the bottom left is the readout for gravity aligner, which helps it balance a little and provides resistance towards tipping. On the top right I have a radar script. It's just called graphical radar, I believe. And I just have it set to basic settings. And then of course on the bottom right, this is WIP's Artificial Horizons script, version 57. So with this, I see a tree. I need to like get that out of my way. There we go. Now I'm safe. Anyway, with this thing, it's like it's simple, intuitive to control. On occasion, it'll get stuck on voxels and MECS won't advance. Like the thing that's actually controlling the legs is my script, the motor extensible control sequencer. So as you can see, this is MECS. This is MECS. I made this. It's just a script I have written. 1501 lines of code. This is actually an older version. If I browse the workshop, or if I just grab my thing and just say, set this back to true, because otherwise my mech's going to move very jerkily. This version has timer support, and the way I've implemented it makes it pretty backwards compatible with older systems. So it shouldn't be any difficulty to just use that script. In fact, this thing should actually run as though normal. Although I just realized. So, yep. Yep. Anyway, for the turret, I'm using Mart, the the turret script, because it's actually super useful. If I go here and look it up in this messy thing, I mean this script does wonders for actually allowing me to target. So yeah, I highly suggest you check these scripts out. I'll have them linked in the description. So which one would it be? This one. Battlemech. This was something that I had set up with average gamer a while ago. This basically is similar, except it's just not nearly as advanced. It's more it's technically more heavily armed, but that's basically it. If I just press 6 here, it'll start walking very slowly. It can't handle this incline because, well, this thing is like a super top-heavy roamer. So we're just gonna send this thing walking off slowly, super slowly, like less than a meter a second, as I show off the other thing that I built. So that would be the Warhound. Now you might have noticed I do have number designations on my mechs. This is on purpose. And it's sort of to like denote the mark. So for example, this is the Aa2 Bugbear, and this is the Warhound, but this is technically the Aa1. So yeah, basically it's just the two letters denote like the type of walker it is. So like A being like the four-legged chassis, and the second A is of course like this particular design of the chassis. Should I like modify the chassis or use a different kind of system to get it to walk, like using like a rotor-based system for lighter mechs? Now this has way more missiles, but I kind of realized how impractical it was to set it up like that. This thing also doesn't have very advanced controls. And all of its other things, like the headlights, can turn those off. Like the cameras are very like close to each other, but being in a separate menu makes them a little less useful. So let's just send this off. Anyway, this thing has a pretty decent high top speed. It's just a little above 4 meters a second. On average, it's going to be pretty much just like 4.25. It's like I can catch up to this pretty easily because I average 5 meters a second, and that thing only averages a measly 4.25. So I'm just going to end the video off by shooting at it. Besides, you got away. Where are you? Oh, you already KO'd yourself. Also, my radar. There we go. I would say I'm super satisfied with this. And so, I hope you guys enjoy this. It was pretty fun to make. See ya.